What do you do if you're in a conversation and you find yourself going on the defensive? This again is a really great question because this often happens to us when we're in conversations where there are messages that are hard to hear. And so the invitation that I have is that when we find ourselves going on the defensive, for example, one of the ways that this can show up is that we find ourselves arguing facts or kind of going tit for tat with what we think happened versus what the other person thinks happened. Then the invitation really is for us to check in with ourselves in those moments and to remember that the purpose of conversations is to actually foster some sense of connection, to move to a sense of clarity, to have a sense of what can be built moving forward in terms of the relationship that you have with the person that you're in communication with. And so if you're able to, I invite you to think about the needs that you went into that conversation wanting to explore and to move the conversation in that direction. So you might actually want to kind of have a kind of an bookmark in this case to kind of indicate to the person that this conversation isn't moving in a direction that you think is healthy, and that actually want to restate that my intention is to have this conversation with you so that we can find a way to move forward with less tension in our relationship or any other outcome that you've come up with. So in that way, we can kind of pause when we're having a sense of our defenses going up, and then invite to the table and restate the intention that we had in having the conversation. That can often help us to get back on track towards building connection and getting greater clarity. Thanks for the question.